Alright, for my first video here, I'm gonna do how I do what I guess it's way better than any other transfer for quad. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, it's not hard to learn. I was taught by somebody else that has been doing it for a few years, and I don't know, it works really well. Works better than a lot of other things do. So first off, I just pull up next to the couch, feet down. Just kind of adjust myself. Now what I do, instead of using both hands like down out, I actually will put my leading arm under my legs and actually grab the other side of my leg. So and I'm leaning on the couch with my elbow where I want to end up. So I'll lean forward and I give a push from this arm and a little pull from my left arm, and then when I'm here I can do a quick little push and pivot. Transfer, just keep pushing, and every time I'm pushing with this arm, I'm lifting like a curl, trying to lift my legs up in the front on this one, and like lifting some of the weight off to pivot myself a little easier. So that's pretty much how that's the transfer in. Move the chair out of the way, and then from here I'll just use two hands to kind of adjust, like slide back and stuff. But it's a much easier and more efficient transfer for a quad that doesn't have triceps or pecs or anything. It's just so much easier. And then I will get back out now too. Going the other way. So then, yeah, I just slide my feet over, pull the chair in. I kind of like to meet this wheel and then my front caster wheel on so I get like a nice close angle to the front corner of the cushion. Lock everything back up, set back up where I started sort of, and then I'll push with both arms here and just to slide forward, kind of get my stabling. And then from here, now I'm always using the lead arm is always going to be the one that you're leaning on or lifting with. So now that I'm going this way, I'm going to have my right arm here, and I'm kind of like I'm pushing down with my shoulder and pulling up with my forearm when I do the pivot and push. So first thing, I put my foot up on the foot plate, get my shorts and everything adjusted, and then it's the same thing out. And this is a little bit higher, so I was dropping into the couch a few inches. Now I'm going up about 4 or 5 inches. So same thing, I get under here, push forward and pull with the hand, and then slide the elbow over, get to a nice far point over here, and I'm still gripping my hand over here. I still am like using my wrist to hold the arm in, and then I just push and pivot. One big push and pull. I'm in, and then I can kind of adjust from there if I need to slide my hip over a little bit, use my belt loop and pocket, and then just kind of readjust back into the chair. And that's one way. That's just the basic couch transfer. And you can see there's a little bit of a height difference in my cushion to the couch. So it's about 4 inches or so, and especially when you're sitting, and this one's sagging down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try this for you guys now. The other direction. So it's just the same couch, same transfer. It's just both directions. I get in and out with using each arm or whatever, because it really is. You can go both ways. My left arm is definitely a stronger arm, so getting out to my left is easier. Like the first way I just did it. This way is a little harder to get out, but it's really just because I have a weaker push arm. But I try to do more pivot and pull. Like I said, you're trying to use both arms. You're not just doing like a lean forward, take your weight off your butt as much as you can, sort of lift and push like a lot of transfers go. You're really using this your lead arm to lift and pivot on. So we're going this way, like I said, you push a little forward, slide, pivot the elbow, push, Little push and pivot. Push and pivot. We unlock brakes. Chair out of the way. And then get yourself comfortable, you know, in your couch or recliner, whatever you got going on. So that's basically it right there. In. And then we'll get back out the other way. So I'm just trying to, and when I'm even, right now, I'm even doing sort of the same thing. I'm lifting, trying to lift up this way and leaning into my elbow so I can slide my feet that direction, or just this one, I'll just kind of slide out. Leaning a lot, I use a lot of balance and resting on stuff to reach and grab things. So yeah, pull the chair back in. Lock down brakes. And get a slide forward. Once you're kind of a little farther out, you can start to use the elbow, little pivot, little lift. And then I always put my, whatever lead foot is, whichever way my elbow is going, I always put that foot also onto my foot plate. I think that's something that most people do, but it just helps to get your body aiming the direction you want to go, because your foot will spin into position. So same thing this way. I'm using left arm this time. Getting under all the way to my right leg. Little push and pivot. I like to keep my shorts from bunching up too much, so I fix them a little, and then we go slide elbow out, and one big push and pivot. Boom. Up, over, and you're in. It's a lot easier transfer than the standard one that most people learn in the hospital. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's just a lot easier to get yourself in and out of things over and over throughout the day. Like if you want to be more independent, to get in and out of the couch, in and out of your car, bed, shower, everything and anything you can. So hopefully that'll help you guys. I'm gonna do a bed one, I'll probably do a car, just to kind of show it in a few different situations and stuff. So hope you guys like it.